Flosstube. This is Barb with Lost and Floss. I have no idea what episode it is. Totally have lost track. Somewhere in the 50s, let's say. Today is December 17th, 2020. As I said, it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video, so I know everyone's busy and there's tons of people cranking them out, but I have quite a few finishes, and so I just thought I would jump on now because I also want to talk about the Wordplay SAL that's going to happen starting in January. So I thought I would take this chance to record. We used to always do an after party video and no party, so technically not an after party, but let's see, it is December 17th at 11:41 at night and I'm just starting, so you see how I can sometimes roll. Definitely can be a late owl. Like the mornings too. I guess I can function well on little sleep, so that's both a blessing and a curse, but here we go. This is going to be primarily about cross stitch, and hopefully won't do too much rambling this time. I've got a lot to show you and a lot of finishes, and yeah, I think you'll enjoy seeing some of the things I have to share. So if the lights go off, I think they're on a timer, and so that might happen at midnight. So we might be sitting in the dark, but we'll make the best of it, right? So first off, I wanted to talk about the Wordplay SAL with Thy Needle and Thread designs. There's 12 of them, thus making it a monthly series. And I'm going to start mine on January 1st. Oops, let's like crash into the camera. I had mentioned that Leanne had all the charts except for January. I had no idea where January was. And both Jacqueline and Lisa offered to send me theirs, which was just awesome because I knew I would have to do some digging to come up with that chart. So in the end, Lisa sent me the chart, and she also sent me a message asking, saying that I had mentioned that I wanted to try wool applique, and asked if she, woo. So I'm propped up on a box. It's actually my son's Christmas present, but it's got a little bit of a rock to it. Let me see if I can prop it somehow. Well, anyways, so this is the January Wordplay chart from Lisa. Thank you so much, Lisa. That was so sweet. But what I'm even more excited about is she sent me this whole box of wool applique stuff. I haven't really pulled stuff out too much yet, but she pulled some charts that she thought I might like, and colors, and I mean, you guys, look what's all in here. It's like the mother lode, and there's one project that's already started, which is cute little flag. I don't know if that's glaring too much, sorry. This is the started one. Yeah, like a lot of this is all like started, so I can't wait to get really dig into this, and there's still more. I mean, I couldn't believe it. So thank you, Lisa. That was just beyond kind of you. to send all of this because really I've been wanting to do it. And she has little notes about the projects, and which is going to be awesome. And then there's still one more. I have been wanting to try wool applique. Look how cute this one is. I'm not going to get too much of a glare. And I mean, beautiful, beautiful colors. I'm just so excited to try this. And timing wise, it's really appropriate because as of 3:30 today, I am off for 17 days. So, woo, yay. So it's gonna be great to be able to spend some time doing, you know, new things and spending time hopefully with family and just our immediate family. But yeah, really exciting. I might as well go down the line of stitchy kindness. I've been working on the monthly Prairie Schoolers, and Michelle asked if I had November, and it was one of the ones I don't have, so she sent me this one. So next fall, I'll get started on that. I think I saw somebody change this up slightly, incorporating maybe a different wording, or I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I was pretty excited to get that. So I think I only have a couple more that I don't have, so that's very exciting. I've got a couple started, and I have January that I got as my Stitchy Kindness wish. So I'll be starting that, I think, over vacation. And then I also got a cute Christmas card from Michelle, and I got other Christmas cards as well, and I want to thank you all for sending those. That's so sweet of you. But Michelle sent me this Gentle Arts floss, and this color is right up my alley. Just love it. So thank you so much, Michelle. Yeah, I feel like, oh, I haven't got this many gifts since I was like a bride-to-be or something. It was pretty exciting. Then from my friend Jill in Minnesota. Hi, Jill. Obviously, Minnesota. Cute card, and this, I love antique Santas, so this floss drop is just right up my alley. Love it. But this was so funny. One of my episodes, I was talking about how I should have Lost and Floss t-shirt. Well, look what I have. So you will be seeing me in this. I love this color. So that was really funny. I opened it up and I'm like, oh my gosh. It's just too good. Then my friend Lisa, she ran off copies for me, working copies, because she knows how I need those. But Blackbird Design, Early Christmas Morning, and she sent me floss too to go with it. So thanks, Lisa. And today, from Chris, a member of our stitching group, she sent, it's like a Christmas countdown stitch. I'm very intrigued. And so I think, and I will verify this, but she has instructions of what she was thinking about. But then she has this cute little box, Santa and a reindeer on it. And so she says to start it on the 20th. So there's 6 days. And so there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm very intrigued, and I've been kind of jealous watching you people with your admin things. I mean, what a fun idea Just, you know, I mean, I always make Advent candy countdowns for our grandkids, and basically what I do is I went to the dollar store and they had like these door hanger things like Santa and Elf and Reindeer Snowman, so they each have a different one, and I just stapled a long ribbon on and then put a piece of candy for each day before Christmas. Well, this year my husband went for the candy because he was going to the store, so they really got bonus because the pieces are much bigger than they got in the past. So they were pretty excited. So anyways, Chris, thank you so much, and I can't wait to like open up. Well, let's see. The 20th, these are the instructions, the first. And so I think on the 21st, I'll open up the first surprise item. So I'll let you all know. I'll probably put some pictures on Instagram. But anyways, as I was trying, so thank you all, and thanks as well for the cards. I really appreciate all the holiday wishes from everyone. It's just, you know, just a different time of year, and I don't know. I haven't even gotten cards out yet. I really have no excuse because it's like, I've had my house decorated for quite a while now, and I even have all my presents wrapped, which is unlike me. I always have to watch White Christmas, the movie, every year. I watched that like about 2 weeks ago. So I'm like, I'm really kind of ahead of the game. I was thinking about making some cutout cookies, and I'm like, if I make them too early, then we'll just eat them all. So I thought, you know, maybe wait. But anyways, back to Wordplay. Yeah, so whoever wants to join me, I'm going to be using the hashtag on Instagram, hashtag Lost in Wordplay SAL. SAL, all together. So I will put it here. Well, sometimes it goes here, wherever, somewhere you'll see it. And I will also put it in the description box for this video. So if you haven't already stitched them, or if there's some months that you're missing, please join us. I think it's gonna be fun. I thought like I was the only one who hadn't stitched them yet, but it seems like there's quite a few people who have said yes, I'll jump on board. So I've heard that they're fairly quick. I think I know how I'm going to finish mine, and so I think I'm going to maybe do them on 32 count and stitch 2 over 2, so they're a little bit bigger, but I don't even know what fabric I'm going to be using yet. I might, you know, just as long as it's 32 count, vary the color depending on what I have in my stash and what colors the flosses are. I guess the main thing is if I figure out January. So that was a little bit of housekeeping. So, yeah, please join us. Okay, so I have a list because I'm like, I cannot forget to mention these things. So, so I mentioned all these people. Okay, so, maybe I'll do some updates at the end, just to kind of keep this flowing. I have a little clip I'll insert when I show my FOs of the Christmas stocking. I got it done, guys. So my deadline for myself was St. Nick, which was December 6th, I believe. And yeah, I got it to my grandson in time for him to hang it up for St. Nick. So I was pretty excited about that. So I've really been, oh, I just realized I forgot to bring some of my other whips in here. Oh, I was so concerned about getting all my FFOs and FOs gathered, I forgot about whips. I finally have jumped down the rabbit hole, and isn't it appropriate because 2020 has 2 rabbits on it, of stitching the Prairie Schooler Santas. well, I did 2018, but it was a kit from Country Sampler, and it was a pillow and had color conversion. So this is the first of the ornaments that I am working on, which is 2020. And I just didn't want them super, super huge. So I struggled with what fabric to use, and finally came up with trying 25 count vintage country mocha Lugana. And I think it works really well for it. I mean, look at how he is tiny. I mean, a lot of people have been stitching on 18 count, I never say it right. Is it Davos? Davos. I think we always said it Davos, but I think it's Davos. But look at, he's much tinier than the card even. So I'm almost done with him. So I think I should easily get him wrapped up, and actually was kind of fun. So I think I will continue on in the series. I've been working on Plum Street Samplers, Home for Christmas, and this one is, I mean, I really like it, but it's a beast. It has a lot of stitching. Those borders, the quilted borders alone are massive. So I don't think I'm gonna get this one done for this year, but that's okay. I can't remember who it was. Somebody on Instagram just finished theirs and left. I think she has the top border, but not the bottom border, and just finished it. So I didn't think my roof color showed up enough, and now I think I went too white, but I'd rather have it show more than not show at all. So we're gonna leave that and keep working on it. I started one of the charts from this book, The Magic of Christmas, by Veronique Angier. And I'm working on this little girl who's mailing in a letter. And all these charts, I mean, I love them all. They're all kind of like very nostalgic-y, vintage-y in feel. So I really should get her wrapped up. I think I'm not really crazy about the code. It's color-based, and I'm still trying to get used to that, but I've got a good start on her, and I think she's really cute. So I'll get back to her maybe once I finish up Prairie Schooler. And many of you have watched the journey of Yes, Virginia. And really, I thought I'd be further with him, whatever pronoun you want to use, it's fine with me. So this is where I'm at. I think I'm a little further than I was last time. Not too much though. So I do have a chance of getting this done this year. Not necessarily before Christmas, but maybe before New Year's. So I think I had 10 items on my Stitch 10 and 20 challenge, and as of right now I have half of them completed. So I won't get them all done this year. I would have to stay up day and night. So, but I feel good about even making that much progress. So, Marshmallow by Brenda Gervais. I knew I had to stitch this. And as I mentioned, I like the green. So, I was on a hunt for the buttons, but I've kind of found something else that I'm going to do. It's not quite as bright as what I was thinking it was going to be. but I think he's really cute. So it was a fun stitch, though I was jealous when everybody else was stitching on the stitch along, and I was working on already 2 of the with Thy Needle and Thread stitches, so I'm like, I can't start that, but I do have the charts printed off. And then I have another finish, Wishing Thee Merriness by Homespun Samplers. I always have to, no, Homespun Elegance. I don't know why I always get that wrong. But I've mentioned before, this is a chart I got at Stitchville, and I saw it up on the wall, and I'm like, oh, I have to have that. And when I first got it, it seemed like kind of complicated, but you know, then like 2 years later, it's amazing how much progress you've made. So he is done. I'm not sure how I'm going to finish him. I don't think I'm going to do a pillow. I'm going to see if I have a frame that he'll fit in. Otherwise, maybe I'll just do some sort of flat fold. So yeah, I was very excited to get that one done. Okay, so now we go on to FFOs, and I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's pretty good. The first one, many of you know I've been trying to complete things Leanne had FO'd but not FFO'd. Finished objects, not final finished objects. I think that's what it is. So, you know, your stitching is complete for FOs, but it hasn't been framed or turned into a pillow or whatever. So this is Shakespeare Peddlers, Locks and Keys. And I just added this key here to it. And just framed it in a simple black frame because I'm like, you know, that was kind of Leanne's favorite thing. And I think it works, and it's just simple but cute, and it's done. Yay! Okay, so let's see. I'll insert the clip for the stocking because that was by far my favorite finish, and I'm so glad that one's done. So here's gonna be the big reveal of Christmas stocking number 3. I believe I started this 2.5 years ago. I think I started in June of 2018. And this stocking is for grandchild number 3, and he is 3. So it's always my goal to get them done for their Christmas when they're 3 years old, because I feel like, you know, you can kind of the first year or two, you know, first year for sure they're clueless, and the second year they're more concerned about what's in the candy, not that their stocking looks the same or different than their siblings. So anyways, this one is a Dimensions Gold kit, and it's called Holiday Glow, and here it is. This one was really a struggle for me. I always say I've learned so much, but I think each one I'm ready to start a new technique for, because I don't know, just all this blue and how it all kind of starts to look together, you know, run together. But anyways, I did make a few little minor changes. And now that I see it finished off, I don't think this would have bothered me as much, but when I saw the amount of white space to the side of the name, I just thought it needed a little something. So I just kind of free-handed some holly in there, and I had numerous versions, so I'll maybe put those pictures at the end because it was kind of comical. I'd stitch something, then I'd send a text to my daughter with the picture, and we, you know, write back and forth, and so finally got it to a version that I was pleased with. But almost let it go with one other version, and then I woke up the next morning and I'm like, no, I don't like this at all. That's getting ripped out. Another thing I did was I added the little gold beads onto the top border because Lawton's siblings have gold beads a little bit on their stockings, so I thought it'd be nice to bring that detail in. And then I also put them on the top of the toy drum, just for a little accent. But thank goodness I had Karen stitching this with me. She was making one for her grandson. And so I'm going to put the picture of his at the end. Hers turned out just beautiful. Her stitching was really impeccable. So thanks, Karen, for being my cheerleader, as well as all the rest of you who asked about the stocking occasionally. I did have the gold beads around the lamp at one point, and then I kept looking at it, and I'm like, oh, they just look like bugs or bees swarming it. So sent a picture to Lisa, and Lisa agreed with me that they should come out. So, but I do my stockings maybe a little different than others. I really have never watched a tutorial. This is how I've always made mine. But they're not, I don't put fleece in them. But I think they hold their shape nicely, and I've never added cording, probably because I didn't know how to make cording when I did the first one. So they're simple and plain. I always, I use this little variegated gold star pattern that I thought complemented nicely with the gold on the front. And then what I do is I just line them with the same fabric that I use for the backing and make a little hanger out of the fabric as well. So that part really goes fairly quick compared, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, it was still, I don't know, I probably monkeyed with it for a good part of a day, but that involved like trimming threads on the back and that sort of thing. So, but I need to write a little note on the inside. I forgot to do that. I'm glad I thought of that because it's St. Nick tonight. So we're off to drop this off with Lawton so that he can hang it on the fireplace and wait for St. Nick tonight to fill it. So back to regular programming. But I have completed all the stitching of the seasonal by New York Dreamer, Christmas time, winter time, summertime, springtime, fall time, autumn time. I just have to turn autumn time into something yet, a pillow. I've been doing them all as pillows, but this is my Christmas time. I change some of the colors and I change some of the words, but I really am happy with it. Love the red. I did ruche trim, and then I got this pretty Christmas print, which really picks up a lot of the colors on the front. I changed the shape of the C. I just wanted something more traditional. I might see if I can find some antique jingle bells to tie on it somewhere, but in the meantime, it's done. So, yay! Okay, so that's that one. So then I kind of went down a path that I think you're going to be a little surprised. So I've been stitching Candy Cane Lane, another Brenda Gervais chart, and I had this object, this toboggan that I bought at Target in like their, well, $1 or $5 or whatever spot a couple years ago. And when I bought it, it has like slats between it. And I thought, oh, I just really want like a chart that I could chunk between these slats. And when I looked at this one, I thought, oh, it's really perfect, because if you do it on a small enough count, you can do like the house, you can do the reindeer, the little peppermint rose, and a lot of the borders, and just make it fit. So what I did was I measured between the slats and figured out how much space I had. And then I looked at the chart, you know, given the count of my fabric, and just figured out what I could do with it. But I don't know. I might rip all the jazziness off and just make it simple. But anyways, this is the toboggan, and I just added, well, I didn't add, just add a little, but I added quite a bit of jazziness in between. But I put it on with a hot glue gun, so I know I can just take a hairdryer and take it off if on further review I hate it. So, but it was kind of fun. Some of these things need to be adjusted yet. But yeah, all in all, I love the stitching the way it is. And I use Leanne's favorite soda can tab as my hanger, because it has this on, but obviously it would hang at a toboggan angle if I put it up on the wall that way. So it's done. I love the stitching part. I'm just not sold yet. I might just take this off. I did glitter a little bit, fine glitter on the slats, just to jazz it up a little bit, you know, why not? So anyways, that's that one. And then I showed the stitch piece before, but I didn't show the final finish of my Prairie Schooler December. And I used that same stripe, kind of ticking type print in the background, and I think it works really well with the colors. Added a little garland onto the fence and found these little wooden snowflakes. I think that's just, it's very simple, but it just all works together. So now I'm thrilled, because I have, let's see, I have fully finished, I have June, December, and July. So I have 3 of them fully finished. I've got 2 others started. I'm starting on January next, and I really hope to get January pretty well done. You know, Prairie Schoolers really comfort stitching. It's like when you, because usually I think I've done mine on 32 count. It's like, just the charts are so easy to read, and when I'm tired, I love stitching on that sort of thing. Then my last FFO on Instagram, it was so funny because I was working on this and I had this object for quite a while, and another stitcher, Rosalie, she showed her finish. It wasn't the same stitch piece, but it was the identical hat, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, great minds. But anyways, I used Snowman Enjoy by Twin Peak Primitive, which was, you know, I knew I wanted something round for this top hat, and so I think it turned out really cute. I left the birds off just because I didn't have that much space right here. I'm not sure if I use the red or if I use something else, but I just love that. And so I just added a snowflake border, and I spray painted the whole, it was like that craft paper brown. So I spray painted that, and I was able to pick off the holly, which made it infinitely easier. And then I just painted the berries and the holly leaves and put a little snow on and this little extra snowball stuff. And I think it's really, really cute. It's one of my favorites, you know. It's like, I get like something and I know what kind of chart I want to put on it. So it's always fun when like the execution really equals like what's in your brain. As I mentioned, Stop the Floss. I was working on some snowmen. I have a couple I sent out as gifts to people who had gifted me with things. And so, yeah, I could have made a lot more for all the lovely things, but I'll insert a picture at the end of the group of them so you can see. This is my little guy. They look so different than the ones that Misty Purcell, Luminous Fiber Art, she made one. She showed the snowman, and then she had gotten the idea from an Instagrammer who is not a floss tuber, but I can link her channel in the description box too. Theirs were much more, well, they had like trees and did more like a snow globe type thing, but I worked with what I had, so, but I think he's cute. And then we quarantined for Thanksgiving, so for 2 weeks, so none of us like had any contact with the outside world, so we were able to spend the holiday with our son and our daughter and her family, which was just awesome. So then after that time, I had to have a root canal, and what you love to do during COVID. But so I needed to go to Michael's, and so I went to Michael's and I found this like spool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish I would have had this before I sent these guys out to people, because I love how he looks sitting up on there. So that's how I display mine. So what else? Yeah, so Thanksgiving was lovely. First time spending inside with our daughter and her family, which was just beyond special. What else? Oh, and so then we were able to go back and spend Sunday with them again, because we hadn't contaminated ourselves yet. And we drove over to, in the Milwaukee area, there's a neighborhood, Candy Cane Lane, that just has awesome lights, and it's kind of the tradition for the kids and I to go, and Amanda's gone, my daughter has gone the last couple times, and this year, my husband came, so that was really nice, because kids have always wanted him to come. So that was special. Zoomed with my mom on Thanksgiving. It was awesome. She just, you know, to see like all the sibling and some of the grandchildren's faces. Her comment was something like, I'll remember this day the rest of my days. You know, like it was just so long since she had seen so many of us, but yeah, then she had a little technical difficulty and was like asking who was chopping wood, and it turned out she was watching the TV, and I think a Hallmark movie was on. My sister figured out, so then we got someone to come back in her room and get the picture part of the Zoom back up. So yeah, I have been doing a lot of Zoom. Zoomed with my high school group, so that was really, really nice. Touch base with them all. Zoomed with neighbor ladies that been friends with since kids were, you know, nearly babies. Have had a lot of work Zoom events for the holidays, some performances and that sort of thing. Yeah, so just a lot of fun things. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. So by the time I insert some pictures and oh, I wanted to mention too, I'll have a picture at the end. Someone, Karen, that I met at StitchCon, it was like a year and a half ago, we were working on the same stocking for our grandsons, and so it was fun to have her, thank you Karen, keep me on track and get me motivated to get mine done. And so I'm going to put a picture she sent me of her stocking at the end, so you can see that too. So it's always nice to have someone that you can stitch along with. I'm not necessarily great at SALs, but I mean, eventually I'll get them done. But, you know, it just holds me more accountable, and I don't know, I like to get them done. Well, the lights did go off outside. So that means it is 12:21, and often I am up this late stitching, but I'm so excited for my first day of vacation tomorrow that I think I've covered everything. I'm not going to be back till after the new year sometime. So anybody that wants to do the Wordplay SAL, please join in, and you can email me at lostandfloss2@gmail.com if you have any questions about that. Pretty self-explanatory. Other than that, I hope, in spite of everything, this time of year is filled with lots of things you're grateful for, and that you continue to fill the world with love. There's a lot of good things out there, and you know, sooner or later we'll be able to be with people again and embrace some of the things that we really, or at least I took for granted. Just, you guys, I miss going to Goodwill. I know that sounds really trivial when people have lost their jobs and things like that, and really, you know, we're trying to kind of clear things out and have made good progress, but it's just, you know, like just kind of recreational shopping once in a while. I do miss that, so I can live without it. But thank goodness for my frame stash in my basement, and like having supplies on hand, because it really does make a difference. But anyways, I was saying, if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a very, very merry one. We hit our 1 week quarantine for Christmas mark, and so by Christmas Eve we'll be verified germ-free. So we plan to get together again with our immediate family. I miss seeing my siblings, but you know, we'll have time for that at some other point. We're gonna Zoom with my mom again, so that's always fun. But yeah, so I've gone on for another 3 minutes, so we are gonna end this here. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or Happy whatever you choose to do during this time of year. So thank you all for watching, all the kind thoughts and messages, and yeah, great community. I'm very grateful for the joy you people bring into my life. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you in January. Bye. Can you turn around and shake, shake, shake? Oh man, you're the cutest turkey.
Tweet.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Happy Thanksgiving, Bobby-o.